Have you ever felt like you're drowning in your own silence, screaming inside but no one hears? My child, stop everything you're doing right now. Yes, you. Because this moment, it's not a coincidence. I brought you here. I've seen your silent tears. The ones no one else noticed. The ones you cried under your blanket at midnight, when your heart felt too heavy to carry. I was there. And I still am. You think no one understands what you're going through, but I do. I don't just see what's happening around you. I see inside you. Every fear. Every doubt. Every time you've smiled on the outside but were collapsing on the inside. My beloved, you have not been forgotten. You are not invisible. You are not too far gone. I saw when they hurt you. I saw when you lost hope. I heard your prayers even when all you could say was, "Help me." And I did not ignore you. You've been thinking I've been silent, but even my silence was part of the plan. You've been surviving in a storm, thinking the waves will swallow you, but look at you, you're still standing. You're still breathing. That's not by accident. That's my grace holding you up when your strength was gone. You're asking, God, where are you? And I'm saying, I've never left. You just couldn't feel me because I was holding you too closely. My presence is not always loud, child. Sometimes, it's the quiet comfort that kept you from breaking. You want to know what I say about your situation? I say, it's not the end. I say, this pain will not last forever. I say, you are growing through what was meant to bury you. There are moments when your heart is full of questions. You keep wondering why you feel stuck, why you feel like everyone else is moving forward but you're just standing still. Let me tell you this, what looks like delay is often divine protection. I am not punishing you. I'm preparing you. I had to hide you in this season. I had to close some doors so you wouldn't walk through the wrong ones. I had to allow some hearts to walk away because their presence was poisoning your purpose. Yes, it hurt. But it didn't destroy you. That's how you know I was with you. Even in the loss. Even in the rejection. Even in the silence. My love never left. When others saw broken, I saw beauty waiting to rise. When others judged your mess, I saw the message I was about to bring forth. My child, don't confuse my process with abandonment. What feels like the valley is really the molding place. I am shaping something in you the world cannot take away. You're wondering when this season will end. I'm telling you, not until it has taught you what only pain could teach. I know you're tired. I know you've cried until your chest ached. I know some nights you thought, maybe it would be easier to let go. But you didn't. You're here. You're still listening. That means you still believe, even just a little. And that's enough for me. Because I don't need a mountain of faith. I just need a mustard seed. That's all. That's what I use to move mountains. My child, here's what I want you to do today. Find 5 minutes. Sit with me in silence. No phone. No distractions. Just open your heart and whisper, "Speak, Lord. I'm listening." Then listen. Not for a thunderclap. Not for fire. But for stillness. That's where I will meet you. And write down 3 things you still hope for, even if they feel impossible. That hope, it's not weakness. It's worship. And every time you choose to hope again, heaven celebrates. You may feel broken, but you are not beyond repair. I mend what the world throws away. I rebuild what others call ruined. I see your situation, child. And I'm not afraid of it. I've already written the ending, and it's not defeat. It's redemption. So keep breathing. Keep hoping. I'm still with you. I'm not done writing your story. Now that your heart remembers I've been with you all along, let's talk about what I've been doing, even when you couldn't see it. Because while you were crying, I was already moving, silently, powerfully, purposefully. Do you know what hurts the most? Not the loss. Not the betrayal. Not even the waiting. It's the silence. That moment when you pray and there's no answer. When you cry out in desperation and all you hear is the echo of your own voice. My beloved, I know that silence well, because I've allowed it. Not to punish you, but to draw you deeper. You see, silence is not absence. Silence is the sacred space where your soul learns to recognize my whisper. I'm not ignoring you. I'm refining you. Do you remember that night you couldn't sleep, heart racing, thoughts spiraling, and you whispered, God, are you even here? I was. I was sitting right beside you, catching every tear, steadying your breath, keeping your heart from breaking. You just couldn't see me, yet I never looked away. My child, let me tell you something I need you to remember. When I'm silent, I'm not still. While you were waiting, I was working. Behind the scenes. Beyond what your eyes could see. I was closing doors that looked good but would have destroyed you. I was preparing hearts you haven't met yet, opportunities not yet revealed, and strength you didn't know you needed. You keep asking me to fix the situation, but I've been fixing you first. Because your heart matters more than your outcome. I care more about who you're becoming than what you're achieving. And I know how it feels to wait and see no sign, to walk and see no light. But have you considered that the silence was your protection? That my no was actually a not yet filled with mercy? You don't need to see everything to trust me. If I showed you all I was doing, you'd run ahead and miss the process. And the process is the promise in disguise. Let me remind you of Joseph. Betrayed. Sold. Forgotten in a prison. Alone in the silence. But what he didn't know, what you don't know, is that the silence was the preparation. Because in that quiet place, I was molding him for the palace. He thought I had abandoned him, but I was promoting him behind the walls of pain. Just like you. You see shadows, but I see the spotlight being built. You see delay, but I see destiny in the making. And I know it's been long. I know you feel like you've waited long enough. You're tired. You're weary. You just want relief. But listen closely, the breakthrough doesn't come when you give up. It comes when you break open. I'm not looking for perfect prayers. I'm looking for surrendered hearts. Come to me just as you are, messy, angry, confused. Lay it all down. You don't need to pretend to be strong anymore. I am your strength. My power is made perfect in your weakness. I didn't ask you to carry this alone. I never did. I asked you to trust me with it. So today, I want you to do something simple but powerful. Take a piece of paper, and write down every lie you've believed in the silence. I'm not enough. God forgot me. Nothing will change. Write them all down. Then one by one, cross them out. And next to each, write this truth: God is still working. He has not forgotten me. Something beautiful is coming. Because this isn't the end. It's the middle. And middles are messy. But they're also where miracles begin. You keep looking for the finish line, but I'm asking you to find me in the in-between. That's where your faith becomes real. That's where trust goes deeper than feelings. That's where my voice becomes the loudest, when you choose to believe even when you can't hear. So no, you're not being punished. You're being positioned. You're not being delayed. You're being developed. And you're not stuck. You're being still, so I can move what you can't. My timing is perfect. My hands are steady. My plan is sure. And my eyes have never left you, not for a second. So lift your eyes again. Look not at what's missing, but at who is present. I'm still here. And I'm still working. What you called silence, I called sacred. What you feared was stillness, I called strategy. You are not alone in this middle. You are right where I need you to be, learning to trust the unseen hand that's been writing your story from the very beginning. Now breathe, my child. And get ready. Because the very thing you thought would destroy you, I'm about to use it to deliver you. And now that you understand I've been working even in the silence, it's time you know this, I'm not just working. I'm about to restore everything. In ways you never imagined. Let me show you what comes next. My beloved child, you've been walking through fire. You've felt the heat of disappointment, the sting of loss, the weight of silence. But here's what I need you to hold on to right now, restoration is coming. Not just a little. Not just enough to survive. But full, overflowing, undeniable restoration. What you thought was taken will be returned. What was broken will be rebuilt. What you thought died, I will breathe life into again. Do you think I brought you this far to leave you empty? Never. I am the God who finishes what I start. And I'm not done with you yet. You see ashes, but I see beauty rising. You feel tired, but I see strength being born. You see ruins, but I see a new foundation. I know it hasn't looked like progress. I know the healing has been slow. But every day, something in you has been shifting, even if it didn't feel like it. Every tear has watered a seed. Every prayer has lifted a brick in the rebuild. Every quiet moment of trust has moved heaven. Nothing has been wasted. Not your pain. Not your questions. Not even your mistakes. I don't just restore what was lost. I make it better than before. Remember Job? He lost everything, wealth, family, health. But because he didn't give up on me, I gave him back double. That's the kind of restoration I do. And I'm about to do it for you. My child, I'm restoring your mind, the thoughts that used to torment you, I am replacing them with peace. I'm restoring your heart, the pieces others broke, I am gathering them with my own hands and making them whole. I'm restoring your purpose. The calling that felt buried under years of discouragement, I am uncovering it again. I'm restoring your relationships, not by forcing others to return, but by teaching you to love without fear and to forgive without bitterness. And I'm restoring your joy, that spark the world tried to steal, I'm reigniting it with heavenly fire. But listen carefully, because restoration begins with surrender. You must let go of what hurt you to receive what heals you. You must release what you wanted, so I can give you what you need. That's why today, I'm asking you to take a step. One small, holy step. Choose one thing to forgive, even if it's yourself. Write it down. Speak it out loud. Let it go in my presence. And then replace it with a promise. Say this, God is restoring me. Say it again. Louder. God is restoring me. You don't have to figure out how. That's my job. Your job is to believe. To trust. To breathe again. To hope again. You thought the season of loss defined you, but it didn't. It prepared you. Now you're entering a season of rebuilding. And I will be your architect. Your foundation. Your rock. I will walk with you through every wall you rebuild. I will open doors no one can shut. I will place people in your path that carry answers to prayers you've long forgotten. Because nothing is too hard for me. And you are not too broken to be used. You are not too late to begin again. You are not too far gone to be brought back. This is your turning point. You asked for a sign, this is it. I'm bringing you into a new day, A fresh page. A redeemed life. You are not what happened to you. You are who I say you are, chosen, healed, anointed, and loved. And this is not your ending. This is your beginning. So today, take 5 minutes and speak life over yourself. Say out loud 3 things you are grateful for. Then say 1 thing you are believing for. Write it down. Tape it to your wall. Look at it every morning. This is how restoration begins, not in thunder, but in small, quiet acts of hope. You're not who you were yesterday. You're stronger. Wiser. Closer. Because I have been with you every step. And I'm not going anywhere. So my final word for you today is this: don't give up. Don't shut down. Don't walk away from what's about to bloom. Trust the God who sees. Trust the God who works. And trust the God who restores. I'm bringing it all together. For your good, for my glory, and for the story we're writing together. You're not at the end. You're at the edge of something beautiful. 3 actions from this video. God's silence is not absence. Keep praying, even when you don't hear anything. That's when He's at His most powerful. Recovery always involves an act of faith. Practice it. Write down what you need to forgive, what you're looking forward to, and what you're grateful for each day. God hasn't abandoned you. He's leading you through a process of building a new you. Learn to surrender your old expectations to embrace the new that God is doing in you. I pray that peace will fill your heart today. I pray that every broken place will be touched by heaven's hand. May your faith rise again. May your hope be restored. May your soul remember, God is not done with you yet. If this message touched your heart, it wasn't me. It was God. Share this with someone who needs it. Comment Amen if you receive it. And before you scroll away, just sit in stillness for 10 seconds, let the Holy Spirit speak.